Good evening, baseball fans. You are here with Ken on Yankees The Ugly Truth, and we will be calling the winner-take-all elimination game of the Mariners versus the Blue Jays this evening. And I'm going to start out. We're probably about 10 minutes before game time. So I started the stream just a tad bit early. We're going to go through the lineup, starting off with the Mariners. Julio Rodriguez will be leading off, playing center field, hitting 186 on the season. Big dumper Cal Raleigh will be hitting out of the 2-hole behind the dish, hitting 302 in the postseason. In the 3-hole slot is Josh Naylor at first base, hitting 341. Cleaning up and DHing will be Jorge Polanco, hitting 205. Hitting in the 5-hole is going to be Randy Rosarena, playing left field, hitting 182. Hitting out of the 6-hole, third baseman Eugenio Suarez, hitting 209 in the postseason. In the 7-hole is going to be J.P. Crawford. J.P. Crawford will be playing shortstop and is hitting 189 in the postseason. Rivas will be at second base, hitting out of the 8-hole, hitting 154. And Victor Robles will be bringing up the rear, hitting 9th, hitting 115 on the postseason. On the bump is going to be George Kirby. For the Blue Jays, leading off and DHing is going to be George Springer, hitting 233 in the postseason. Nathan Lucas is going to be hitting out of the 2-hole, playing left field, 343 in the postseason. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will be hitting out of the 3-hole, playing first base, hitting 462. Alejandro Kirk will be DHing behind the dish, hitting 220. Dalton Varsho will be playing center field, hitting out of the 5-hole, 250 in the postseason. In the 6-hole is going to be third baseman Cody Clement, hitting 447. In right field, hitting out of the 7-hole is going to be Addison Barger, hitting 281. In the 8-hole is former Yankee farmhand Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, playing second base, hitting 235. And bringing up the rear is going to be Andres Jimenez, playing shortstop, hitting 243. And on the bump for the Blue Jays this evening is going to be Shane Bieber. We are about 5 minutes before game time, so let me know who you pulling for, who you feeling. And for those of you who are just hopping in the stream, hey, Nancy, Michael, Real Bill, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. So we have Nancy pulling for the Mariners. How about you, Mike, or Real Bill? Who you feeling tonight? It's funny, both these teams came into the league in 1977. And it was 15 years before the Mariners made their first postseason appearance. And they have not made it to the World Series yet. They joined the league 15 years ago with the Blue Jays. Blue Jays have a couple of World Series under their belt, but it's been a long time since they've been in a league championship series. So, Bill, what do you think about the pitching matchup tonight? In my opinion, one of the strengths of this Mariners team has been their starting pitching, and it seems to have failed them in this postseason. In this particular series, starting pitchers haven't gone long and haven't played well. I think there's some questionable moves by the manager in pulling people out too early. I think a low-scoring game favors the Mariners. Hey, Jacob, welcome to the stream. How you doing, brother? I'm anticipating a heavy load of trolls coming in, so if you could keep an eye out, mods, and handle business for me, so I don't have to deal with these jackasses. And it looks like Bieber is on the bump, and he is. You're in the hospital again, Bill? Not a good thing, Bill. Not a good thing. And in the first game of the NFL tonight, the Lions lead the Buccaneers 14-0 with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. And it looks like everybody is set, ready to go. And the first pitch to Bieber is just off the plate. Count is 1-0, and we are underway for this winner-take-all game. And the pitch is hit down the right field line, and that is going to make it past the third baseman and head to the corner. And J-Rod is going to end up on second with a stand-up double. Coming up to bat is the big dumper. You know his objective tonight is going to be to put a run on the board, give the Mariners an early lead. And the first pitch to Raleigh is up and away. Count is 1-0. And Bieber's going to check on the runner at second. Pitch is on the way. It is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. And there's a pickoff attempt at second base. Rodriguez is back in, sliding head first. Bieber checks on the runner again at second. He sets, and the pitch is on the way, and this is chopped down the first base line, and it is going to go foul. Count is 1-2. And Bieber sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. What color is your goose, Cal? And Bieber sets. Checks on the runner, and the ball is in the dirt. Count is going to go to 3-2. And Bieber sets, checks on the runner, and fires the pitch in. It is off the plate. Count is 2-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is a changeup out of the strike zone and high. Count is now 3-1. Bieber sets, fires, and the pitch is grounded through the infield into right field. Rodriguez is rounding third and heading home, and that is going to be the first run of the game. And the Mariners hop out to a 1-0 lead. Coming up to bat is Jorge Polanco. The Mariners are going to have a runner at first base with one out. Ed Beaver sets, Ed fires, and the pass ball is going to be right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one. Count is Ed Wood. Bieber sets and fires, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a changeup off the plate. Count is now 2-1. And Bieber sets, pitch is on the way, and it is going to catch the top of the strike zone for call. Strike two. Count is even at deuce. What color is your goose, Jorge? Hey, Sean, welcome to the stream, brother. And Bieber sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is in the dirt. Count is going to go full 3-2. For those of you just hopping in the stream, the score is 1-0 Mariners in the top of the first. They have a runner at first with one out and a full count on Jorge Polanco. And a pickoff attempt is made. Naylor is back in time. And Bieber sets. The ball is chopped to the shortstop. He throws the ball and it hits off of Naylor. So they're going to get the out at second base, but they are not going to get a double play. And Snyder is coming out to complain about runner interference. Naylor was in the baseline. He knew he was going to take the shot, and he turned. I bet his Naylor's going to be called for runner's interference and it's going to be a double play. He turned his back and he jumped. Yankees going after Scooble, Jake. It is certainly a possibility. He's in a contract year. He's a Boris client. Me personally, I'm not making that trade. I don't think the Yankees could take another Soto event with us trading young talent and then him leaving in free agency next year. And they're going to say that he went out of his way to prevent the call. They're going to call interference on Naylor and give them the double play. And that is going to do it for the Mariners in the top of the first, but not before they score a run. Coming up to bat is going to be George Springer, Nathan Lucas, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Yeah, I made the call after I saw the first replay. I knew that he wasn't out of the baseline and he didn't do a Reggie Jackson hip throw, but he jumped and turned his back, so the intent was pretty clear. And for those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We just recently hit our milestone of 425 subscribers. We're at 426 right now. So anything that you could do to help us get to our next milestone of 450 would be most appreciated. I want to thank everybody for hopping into the stream. Now, Bill, there's not a chance in hell that I would jump up in front of a freaking ball and take a shot on purpose. And Kirby sets. First pitch is on the way, and it is up and into Springer, and the fans are booing once again. And Kirby sets. Pitch is on the way, and the second pitch is up and in, and the fans are booing even louder now. And Kirby sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 2-1. And Kirby sets, and the pitch is on the way, and this one is fouled off to the first base side. Count is deuce, deuce. And Kirby sets, pitch is on the way, and it is a slider off the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. And Kirby sets, and the pitch is on the way, and it is a fastball off the plate for ball 4. And the Mariners are going to have, or the Blue Jays are going to have their first runner of the night. Definitely not the way that Kirby needed to start this evening out. Coming up to bat is Nathan Lucas. And Kirby sets and fires, and the first pitch is a fastball off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Kirby sets, fires, and the fastball takes the inside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 1-up. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a fly ball to left field. Rosarena is going to track it down on the foul line for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Kirby sets and fires, and the pitch is going to catch the inside of for call. Strike 1. Nice 99-mile-an-hour fastball. And Kirby sets and fires, and the pitch is going to be catch the outside portion of the plate for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2. Fastball up and in. Fastball up and in. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered through the infield to left field. Rosarena is going to field it cleanly and shoot it into the infield. So the Blue Jays are going to have runners at first and second with 1 out. Alejandro Kirk coming up to bat. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is in the dirt. Count is 1-0. It looks like Raleigh's heading out to the mound to have a little bit of a visit. And this jackass is back. And the pitch is on the way to Kirk. And it is, wow. Looked like it was a good pitch to me, but he didn't get the call. Count is 2-0. And the pitch is on the way, and that is a 98-mile-an-hour fastball that paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is 2-1. Kirby sets and fires, and the pitch is up and in. That is ball 3. Three one pitch is on the way, and it paints the outside corner for strike 2. Count is now full. 3-2. And Kirby sets, fires, and the pitch is a towering fly ball. Naylor is chasing it, but it is going to make it into the stands. Count is going to remain 3-2. And Kirby sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 3-2. Hey, Jose, welcome to the stream. For those of you who have hopped in, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. Support is most appreciated. And the pitch is swung on and tipped into the glove of Raleigh for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Dalton Varsho. That was a definitely good pitch by Kirby. And Kirby sets, fires, and the first pitch is swung on and missed by Varsho. Count is 0-1. Nice slider that caught the inside portion. Hey, Jose, welcome to the stream. And Kirby sets, pitch is on the way, and this is grounded past a diving. And Springer is rounding third and heading for the plate, and that is going to be a game-tying run. Blue Jays are going to have runners at first and third with 2 outs. And in the Lions Buccaneers game, Buccaneers put up a field goal. They're going to halftime. Score is 14-3. Coming up to bat is Cody Clement. And the first pitch is on the way. Swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is chopped foul. Count is 0-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is hit to center field. Rodriguez goes back, and he is tracking it and is going to make the play for the third out. That is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the first, but not before they even the game up at 1 apiece. Hey, John Boy, welcome to the stream. Coming up to bat in the top of the second is going to be Randy Arozarena, Eugenio Suarez, and JP Crawford. And for those of you hopping in the stream, if you could please hit the like button, share the channel out. Your support is most appreciated. I want to thank everybody for hopping in and listen to a little bit of baseball this evening with some football thrown in on the side. I anticipate tonight that the Blue Jays are going to bring Scherzer in and Gausman to pitch sub tonight. All right, Bill, safe travels. How long are you out from home? What Shane Bieber is going to show up in the second inning? And the first pitch from Bieber is a four-seamer that catches the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 0-1 on Arozarena. And the next pitch is a slider off the plate. Count is evened at 1-up. Bieber sets and he fires, and the pitch is down low. Bieber sets And the pitch is fouled off. Count is deuce, deuce. All right. Well, if you can make it back on, would be most appreciated, Bill. Pitch is on the way, and this is single past a diving Jimenez into left center field. And that is another leadoff man on. Coming up to bat is Eugenio Suarez. So is the Resurrector going to turn this into a track beat? And the first pitch is on the way, and it is a slider up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. And Bieber sets, pitch is on the way, and this is a line drive into center field. So Varsho is going to field it and get it back into the infield, and they're going to go station to station. Rosarena is at second. Suarez is at first. Coming up to bat is J.P. Crawford. So are they playing small ball? Is Crawford going to try to lay down a bunt to advance the runners? Bieber checks on the runner. He sets. Crawford shows bunt, and he bunts this one squares to the pitcher. Bieber's going to fire it to Guerrero Jr. to record the first out of the inning. However, the runners are going to advance to second and third. Coming up to bat is Rivas. So can the bottom of the lineup come through and put the Mariners back on top? And the first pitch is on the way, and it is going to paint the outside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and this is fouled off down the third base side. Count is 0-2, so now Bieber is definitely going to be looking for a strikeout. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike three. That's going to be the second out, and that is a completely unproductive out. Coming up to bat is Victor Robles. This is the first time back in the lineup in 3 games. No problem, Michael. Appreciate you hopping in and listening to the stream. And the first pitch to Robles is chopped to Bieber. He fires to Vladimir Guerrero, and that is going to do it for the Mariners in the top of the second. They leave runners stranded at second and third. Coming up to bat for the Blue Jays is Addison Barger, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and Andres Jimenez. 7, 8, and 9. And for those of you who have hopped into our stream, the game is heading to the bottom of the second. It is tied 1 apiece. If you could, please hit the like button and share the channel out. If you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Well, who are we rooting for out in the chat? I've seen one vote for the Mariners. Got Sean for the Mariners. John Boy is the Blue Jays. Michael wants the Mariners. Michael Joyner wants the Mariners. Looks like we got some Mariners fans in here, or at least supporters. Yesterday was a good football night for my family. The Chiefs handled business with the Raiders, and my son John's Packers managed to squeak past. Can't even remember who they were playing. And Kirby sets. First pitch to Barger is a curveball down low, and this asshole is back again. See you, jackass. And you are out of here, brother. And the pitch is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. And Barger hammers this one foul down the first base line. Count is 1-2. That's right. It was Arizona. And Kirby sets and fires, and the slider is down low. Count is even at deuce. What color's your goose, Addison? And Kirby sets, and this one is grounded to Crawford, who throws it in the dirt, but good scoop by Naylor to save the play, and that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Isaiah Kanafalafa. And the first pitch is a fastball just off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Kirby sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is a line drive hit at Naylor, who makes the play for the second out. Coming up to bat is Andres Jimenez. And Kirby sets, and the pitch is grounded to Crawford. He fires across his body, but it is not going to be in time. And that is going to be an infield single for Jimenez. So they have runner at first with 2 outs. George Springer coming up to bat. Oh, it's something that I've done for years. When I actually did play-by-plays for high school teams in our area. And the first pitch is up and inside. Count is 1-0, and the fans here in Toronto are once again booing. And Kirby sets. Next pitch is on the way, and it is up and in. Count is 2-0. And the what color is your goose is in reference to the golden goose. Is your color gold or is it blue? And the pitch is chopped to Suarez. He sets and fires across the diamond to Naylor for the 3rd out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 2nd. Coming up to bat in the top of the 3rd is going to be Julio Rodriguez, Cal Raleigh, and Josh Naylor. Outside of my Navy career, I did a little bit of coaching at the high school level. Hey, Jonathan, welcome to the stream. I did some umpiring at the high school level. And did some announcing at the high school level. All right, Jonathan. Hockey is not one of my favorite sports. Seems like every time I go to the rink to try to catch a game, we have the Hampton Roads Admirals here, and I get hit with the damn puck. So I'm not a big fan of it. Which game are you attending, Jonathan? Are you going to a Rangers or an Islanders game? Yeah. Probably not behind a net would also be a good thing. My wife suggested that I wear catcher's gear. And the first pitch to Rodriguez is fouled off. Count is 0-1. And the training staff is out to look at Rodriguez. He fouled that ball off of himself. And Rodriguez is stepping back into the box. And the pitch is out of the way. It is a changeup that is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And Rodriguez is back in the box. And the pitch is off the plate, and the umpire validates that the swing was checked. The count is going to go to 1-2. Hello, asshat. Welcome back. And the 1-2 pitch is off the plate. Count is even at deuce. Bieber sets, fires, and the pitch is chopped down the third base line, and that is going to be foul. And the pitch is on the way, and it is chopped foul down the third base line. Count is going to remain deuce. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered to center field, and this one is going, and gone. And that is a solo shot leadoff home run. Rodriguez is fourth of the postseason, and the Mariners jump out to a 2-1 lead. That one left his bat at 109 miles an hour and traveled 423 feet. And Bieber sets, and the pitch is chopped to Guerrero, who's going to flip it to Bieber for the first out of the inning. Big Dumper retired on one pitch. Coming up to bat is Josh Naylor. He is 1 for 1 on the night. Had a single with an RBI. And And Naylor hits a line drive right down the right field line. Barger is going to make the play for the second out of the inning. Yep. John Boy, that was a cement mixer right down to the heart of plate, and he did not miss it. And the first pitch to Polanco is a curveball down low. Count is 1-0. Bieber sets, fires, and the next pitch is down in the dirt. Count is 2-0. Bieber sets and fires, and the changeup catches the bottom portion of the plate for call, strike one. Count is 2-1. Bieber sets and fires, and this one is hammered foul down the right field line. Count is going to be evened at deuce. Bieber sets and fires, and the changeup is way up high and outside. Count is even, or at 3-2, full count. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is going to remain 3-2. Ed Bieber sets, and the pitch is grounded past a diving Hebedez to center field for a base hit. That is the sixth hit of the game for the Mariners. Coming up to bat is Randy Arozarena. He is 1-for-1 on the night. And the first pitch is a fastball that is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1 on Arozarena. Arozarena is 1-for-1 on the night with a single. And the next pitch is all the way, and it is way up high. Count is 1-1. Hey, Joe, welcome to the stream, brother. And Bieber sets and fires, and the pitch is a slider in there for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2. Bieber sets and fires, and the pitch is a slider in the dirt. Count is now evened at deuce. What color is your goose, Randy? And Joe? And the pitch is swung on in the dirt. That is strike three, and that is going to do it for the Mariners in the top of the third, but not before the Mariners take a lead 2-1 with a solo shot home run by Jorge Polanco. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the third is going to be Nathan Lucas. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and Alejandro Kirk. And for those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And Jameer Gibbs is going to run the ball into the end zone for a touchdown, putting the Lions up on the Buccaneers 20-9 with an extra point to come up. And immediately following this game, over on NY Yankee Mania with Joe, they're going to have a World Series preview talk. So I recommend hopping over to that stream and listening to a little bit of baseball talk. Hey, Beagle Dad. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is up and out of the strike zone for call ball one. Count is 1-0. And pitch is on the way, and this one is inside. Count is 2-1 or 2-0 on Lucas. Kirby sets and he fires, and the fastball catches the top of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is on the way. It is swung on and missed. That is going to even the count up at deuce. What color is your goose, Nathan? Kirby sets, fires, and the slider is fouled off. Count is going to remain deuce. And Kirby sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain deuce. George, you have thrown everything but the kitchen sink up and in. Time to go low and away. A breaking ball. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike three. And that is going to do it for Lucas. First out of the inning, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is coming up to bat. Guerrero is 1 for 1 on the night. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is a towering fly ball. Rivas is backing up, and he is going to make the play for the second out of the inning. That is a 1 pitch, 1 out on Guerrero. And the first pitch is on the way, and it was in there for strike 1, swinging. Count is 0-1. And the ass hat is back once again. And the pitch is on the way, and it is foul tipped. Count is 0-2. And Kirby sets and fires, and the slider is off the plate. Count is 1-2. Pitch is on the way, and it is a line drive at Crawford, who makes the play for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Blue Jays. 3 up and 3 down. So how are we feeling about the game this evening? Do not think that we're going to have a 2-1 score when it's all said and done. However, a low scoring game does favor the Mariners. And the first pitch to Suarez is inside for ball 1. Count is 1-0. Bieber sets and he fires, and the next pitch is a fastball inside. Count is 2-0. And the next pitch is a curveball swung on and missed. Count is 2-1. Bieber sets and he fires, and the pitch is a slider that is swung on and missed. Count is evened at 2-2. What color is your goose, Eugenio? And the next pitch is a slider that is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is Bieber's 4th strikeout of the night. So John Boy is predicting a 9th inning walk-off. And the first pitch to Crawford is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Crawford laid down a beautiful sacrifice bunt his first at-bat. And Bieber sets and fires, and the fastball paints the outside portion of the plate for call, strike 1. Count is 1-1. And Bieber sets, fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is now 2-1 on Crawford. And the pitch is on the way. It is a curveball swung on and missed. Count is evened at 2-2. What color is your goose, JP? Bieber sets, fires, and the curveball is fouled off. Count is going to remain 2-2. And Bieber sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a curveball down to the dirt. Count is now full, 3-2. And the pitch is hammered down the left field line. And Crawford is going to be in there with a stand-up double with 1 out. And the first pitch to Rivas is a changeup off the plate. Count is 1-0. Rivas is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout. What's gold, John Boy? And the next pitch is on the way. And the curveball is in there for call, strike 1. Count is 1-1. Bieber sets, checks on the runner at second. And the changeup is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Expected a curveball or a changeup this time. Tried to get the K. And the pitch is on the way, and the curveball is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. Victor Robles coming up to bat. Robles is 0 for 1 on the night with a 1-pitch ground out to the pitcher. And the pitch is on the way, and Robles swings at a pitch off the plate. Count is 0-1. And Bieber sets and fires, and the slider is off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Looks like they've got somebody warming up in the bullpen for the Blue Jays. And the next pitch is on the way, and the slider is in the dirt. Count is 2-1. Ed Bieber sets, checks on the runner at second. Eddie spids to try to pick Crawford up, but he is back in there standing up. First disengagement. Bieber sets and he fires, and the cutter is down low. Count is now 3-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is up and out of the strike zone for ball 4. And here comes Schneider. That's going to do it for him. And they're going to be back on pitches.
Don't you come back
no more. One more time.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back
no more. Coming in to bat to relieve Bieber is Lewis Varland. And for those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. I will continue to call postseason games through the World Series. So my next game play-by-play is going to be Friday. And just a reminder note, immediately following this game, head over to NY Yankee Mania with Joe for a pre-World Series review or preview. And in the Buccaneers-Lions game, the Lions lead the Buccaneers 21-9. They have the ball at the the Lions have the ball at the Buccaneers 48-yard line. It is 2nd and 8. Rod is up. First pitch is on the way, and it is a curveball swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And Varland sets and fires, and the curveball is off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. And Varland sets. Pitch is on the way, and the curveball is chopped to Barger, who fires across the diamond to Guerrero Jr. to end the inning. For the Mariners, they leave 2 runners on board, and it keeps the games at 2-1 Mariners. Coming up in the bottom of the 4th is going to be Dalton Varsho, Ernie Clement, and Addison Barger. And the Lions have the ball 4th and 6 at the Bucks 45-yard line, and they are going to punt it. Ball is up in the air, and it is going to be fair caught at the 10-yard line. At 10 o'clock this evening, the Texans are going to be facing the Seahawks in the second NFL game of the night. Interesting enough, that football game is in Seattle. So it could be a good night for Seattle sports, or it could be a bad night. So how are we feeling about the game tonight? Cat's awfully quiet, not a lot of activity. Well, Sean, that is a good thing. And Varsho is stepping up to the plate. Hey, AD, how you doing, brother? Appreciate you hopping in the stream. And the first pitch is in there for call. Strike 1. Nice slider by Kirby. And the next pitch is on the way, and the fastball is up and in. Count is 1-1. And Kirby sets, fires, and the fastball is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Kirby sets and fires, and the fastball is up out of the strike zone. Count is deuce. What color's your goose, Dalton? Kirby sets and fires, and the ball is foul down the first base line. Count is going to remember deuce deuce. And Kirby sets. And the pitch is on the way, and the fastball is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that's going to retire the first Blue Jay hitter of the inning. Coming up to bat is Cody Clement. Clement is 0 for 1 on the night. And the first pitch is a curveball in the dirt that goes all the way to the backstop. Count is 0-1 on Clement, or 1-0 on Clement. And Kirby sets. Next pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is 2-0. Kirby sets and fires, and he paints the outside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 2-1. 6-1 Seattle. Okay. And Kirby sets and fires, and the pitch is just off the plate. Count is now 3-1. Kirby sets and fires, and this is an elevator shaft home run. Rivas is backing up, and he is going to make the play on the shallow right field grass for the second out of the inning. Kirby sets and fires, and the first pitch catches the top of the strike zone for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way. Is a 98-mile-an-hour fastball just inside. Count is 1-1. And Kirby sets, fires, and the slider is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And Kirby sets, fires, and the pitch is inside and off the glove. Count is even at deuce deuce. What color's your goose, Addison? And the pitch is on the way, and it is lined into right field. Robles is going to field it cleanly and shoot it in, so that is a 2-out single for Barger. Coming up to bat is Isaiah Kiner Falefa. 0 for 1 on the night. And the first pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to Vivas. Vivas is going to step on second and fire it to first. That is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the fourth. Heading to the top of the fifth is Cal Raleigh, Josh Naylor, and Jorge Polanco. And for those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And for those hopping in the stream, we're heading to the top of the fifth. The Mariners have a 2-1 lead on the Blue Jays. Shane Bieber, the Blue Jay starter, has been pulled. Louis Varland came in to relieve him. Curious if he'll be back for this inning. Coming up to bat is Cal Raleigh, Josh Naylor, and Jorge Polanco. So 2, 3, and 4. The AD, what do you know? Anything good? And this winner take all game 7 definitely has not disappointed. And Varland sets, and the first pitch is a changeup swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And Varland sets, and he fires, and the big dumper hammers this one to right field. This one is going, and gone. And that is Raleigh's 5th home run of the postseason. That left his bat at 102 miles an hour and traveled 381 feet. Coming up to bat is Josh Naylor, 1 for 2 on the night. And the Mariners now have a 3-1 lead. And the pitch is on the way, and this is hammered to center field. Varsho is charging and is going to make a nice running catch for the first out of the inning. And let's see, this asshat is back again. And the first pitch to Polanco is fouled off. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is a changeup inside. Might have caught the bottom of the strike zone, but it is going to be 1-1. And Varland sets and fires, and this one is chopped to Guerrero. Guerrero's going to take it by himself, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Randy Arozarena. One for two on the night with a strikeout. And the first pitch is on the way, and Arozarena cannot check his swing, and it is strike one. And the pitch is on the way, and Arozarena swings and misses at his second pitch out of the strike zone and high. Count is 0-2. And it looks like Brian Wu is warming up. Pitch is on the way, and Arozarena chops this one foul. Count is going to remain 0-2. And the pitch is on the way, and this is a towering elevator shaft home run to second base. IKF is backing up and is going to make the play in short right field for the third out. But that is not before the Mariners add another run to pad their lead to 3-1. So what did we do for dinner tonight? And it looks like Brian Wu is coming in to replace George Kirby. Nancy, did you know in New York that Diwali is a school holiday? And what did we have for Indian takeout tonight? And the second question is, did mother eat it? Tiki masala, basmati rice, aloo gobi, naan. Yep. Got buddies in New York that are in the city that kids were off school today as I was talking to them. And in the Lions Buccaneers game, they just kicked a 58-yard field goal. And Wu sets and he fires, and the first pitch is a fastball down low to Jimenez. Count is 0-1 or 1-0. And Wu sets and fires, and he misses the inside portion of the plate. Count is 2-0. I think he might have clipped the inside portion of the plate, but I'm not an umpire. And Wu sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is inside. Count is 3-0. This is not what they need. And Wu sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 3-1. And Wu sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is way inside for ball 4. And they're going to have the leadoff hitter on base, the 9 hitter. Coming up to bat is George Springer, 0 for 1 on the day with a base on balls. And Wu sets and fires, and the first pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Wu sets and fires, and Springer swings and misses. It's a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Count is 0-2. Wu sets. Fastball is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to be the first out of the inning. Going up to bat is Nathan Lucas. He is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout. And Wu sets, and the first pitch is chop foul. Count is 0-1. And Wu sets. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is up high. Count is evened at 1-1. Wu sets and fires, and the ball is chopped to Crawford. He steps on the bag and fires to first. So that is going to be a double play to end it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 5th. Crawford takes the ball by himself, unassisted. Coming up to bat in the top of the 6th is Eugenio Suarez, J.P. Crawford, and Leo Rivas. Rivas. And it looks like Sir Anthony Dominguez is coming in for the Blue Jays to replace Louis Varland. For those of you who have hopped in our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And the biggest sets and fires of the first pitch is a sweeper up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. And Dominguez sets and fires, and this one is line to left field. Lucas is charging, and he is going to make the play for the first out. Coming up to bat is Crawford. He is 1 for 1 on the day with a sacrifice and a double. The biggest sets and fires at this one is lied at Calefa. He knocks it down and recovers, fires to Guerrero for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Rivas. He is 0 for 2 on the night with 2 strikeouts. And Dominguez sets and fires. He paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Dominguez sets and fires a sweeper inside. Count is 1-1. Dominguez sets and he fires, and the pitch is up and in. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is on the way, and this is a towering pop up. And Clement is going to make the play in foul territory for the third out of the inning. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the sixth is going to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Alejandro Kirk, and Dalton Varsho. So how we feel about the Gabe, guys and gals? Well, anything could happen. However, in a game 7, you're expecting a tight game. And in the Buccaneers and Lions game, the Lions lead the Buccaneers 24-9. Buccaneers have the ball on the Lions 30-yard line, but it is 4th down and 5. Wu is back on the mound, and the first pitch to Guerrero is down low for ball 1. And Mayfield drops back and fires a bullet to Otten. Going to get 6 yards and the first down. Wu sets and fires, and the pitch paints the top of the strike zone for call. Strike 1. Count is 1-1. And Wu sets, pitch is on the way, and Guerrero swings and misses. Count is 1-2. And Wu sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is a sweeper down low. Count is even at 2-2. And Wu sets. Pitch is on the way, and Guerrero fouls this one off. Count is going to remain 2-2. Wu sets and fires, and the pitch is chop foul. Count is going to remain 2-2 as we head to the 7th pitch of the at bat. Wu sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 2-2 heading to the 8th pitch of the at bat. Vladdy is obviously in swing mode, so I would think about putting a sweeper or something outside. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled on the third base line. There's going to be a 9th pitch of this at bat. And the pitch is on the way. The sweeper is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to do it for Guerrero. Coming up to bat is Alejandro Kirk. And Wu sets, and he fires, and the pitch is inside for ball one. And Wu sets, pitch is on the way, and this one is flat foul down the first base line. Count is even at 1-1. And Wu sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is down low and away. Count is 2-1. And Wu sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is lined into center field. It's going to drop in right in front of Rodriguez. That is going to be a 1-out single. Coming up to bat is Dalton Varsho. Varsho is the tying run. He is 1 for 2 on the night. And it looks like Spire is warming up in the bullpen for the Mariners. And Wu sets and fires, and the pitch is inside for ball one. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is hit to right field. Robles is sitting there waiting on the line drive, and that is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Cody Clement. And the first pitch is on the way, and the fastball is down low for ball one. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way, and it is bounced to Crawford. He flips it to second. And Rivas secures the ball for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the sixth. Coming up in the top of the seventh is going to be Victor Robles, Julio Rodriguez, and Cal Raleigh. And we are in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left in the game. Lions have the ball. They lead the Buccaneers 24-9. Buccaneers are down to 1 timeout. It is 3rd and 7. On the Lions 23-yard line, I think. Nope. On their 16-yard line. And Goff completes a short pass for a loss. And the Bucs are going to burn their last and final timeout. And it looks like Kevin Gossman is coming into game to replace Sir Anthony Dominguez. And Gossman sets and fires, and the fastball is down low and inside. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 1-1. Robles is 0 for 1 on the night with a base on balls. Gossman sets and he fires, and the pitch is outside. Count is 2-1. What do you mean? What happened to Suarez, Sean? I don't know what you're talking about. And the next pitch is going to paint the inside portion of the plate. For call, strike 2. Count is evened at deuce. Now expect a splitter. And Gossman sets, pitch is on the way, and the slider is driven down the right field line or left field line, but it is going to drift foul. Gossman sets, fires, and the slider is fouled off. Count is going to remain deuce. Gossman sets and he fires, and the splitter is in the dirt. Count is now full on Robles. And the pitch is on the way, and it is down low for ball 4. And that is going to bring up Julio Rodriguez with a runner on first and nobody out. Gossman sets, and he fires the pitch right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike one. Gossman sets and fires, and the ball is grounded to Jimenez, who relays it to Connor Falefa, who shoots it to Guerrero Jr. for a 6-4-3 double play, and that is going to clear the bases. And Cal Raleigh is coming up to bat, and they're going to hold four fingers and send him to first. Looks like Chris Bassett is warming up in the bullpen. Coming up to bat is Josh Naylor. First pitch is on the way, and it is a fastball inside. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is down low. Count is 2-0. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with Suarez. Gossman sets and he fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is 3-0. And Gossman sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate for ball four. Mariners are going to have runners at first and second with two outs. Coming up to bat is Jorge Polanco. And it looks like the pitching coach is coming out to the mound. Oh, that's all right, Sean. Polanco is 1 for 3 on the night. And Gossman sets, and the first pitch is on the way, and the splitter is down low. Count is 1-0. Hey, Lou. I did have the Mariners win in today. Gossman sets, and he fires, and the splitter catches the bottom of the strike zone for call, strike one. Count is 1-1. For those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And Gossman's 1-1 is another splitter down low. Count is 2-1. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is even, Dad. Deuce. And Gossman sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is chopped to Connor Falefa, He's going to field it cleanly and fire it to Guerrero Jr. for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Mariners in the top of the seventh. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the seventh is going to be Addison Barger, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and Andres Jimenez. And Lou, the reason that I had the Mariners locking up the Blue Jays, I think that their pitching is better, although it hasn't shown. Hey, Nathan, welcome to the stream. And my personal opinion, pitching was going to show for the Mariners today, and a low-scoring game favors the Mariners, and their starting pitching has done well. And this is a low-scoring game. For those of you hopping in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And in the Lions-Buccaneers game, there's 19 seconds left. It's 4th and 6. Lions have a 24-9 and the Lions are set up to punt this ball away. Buccaneers have no timeouts left. Snap is on the way. The punt is off. And that's going to be fielded at the 20-yard line for fair catch. How many games do you have the Dodgers winning in? I don't have the Dodgers winning right now. I haven't assessed it. Blue. Speaking of assessment, after the live play-by-play, head over to NY Yankee Mania with Joe, and they are going to be doing a pre-World Series preview, or a preview of the World Series. And for Nathan, happy Diwali. Well, Lou, I suspect that and Brian Wu is going to stay in the game. First pitch is inside to Barger for ball 1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 1-1. And Wu sets, and the pitch is up out of the strike zone. Count is 2-1. And Wu sets and fires, and he misses just low. Count is now 3-1 on Barger. And Wu sets and fires, and the pitch is inside for ball 4. And they're going to have the leadoff runner on in the bottom of the 7th. Coming up to bat is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, 0 for 2 on the night. And the first pitch is on the way, and IKF shows bunt, and it is in there for call. Strike one. And for those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And Wu sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-2 on Kalefa. Pitch is on the way, and it is grounded up the middle to center field. Rodriguez is going to field the ball cleanly. So the Blue Jays now have runners at first and second with nobody out. Coming up to bat is going to be Andres Jimenez. He has been a hero in this postseason for the Blue Jays. Tying run is at first. Go ahead run is at home. Coming up to bat. And it looks like they are going to have a meeting on the mound. And Wu sets. Pitch is on the way, and bunt is shown. Pitch is inside, but that is ball one. Jimenez is trying to lay one down, but that 98 mile an hour or 95 mile an hour fastball was a little bit too much to handle. But as showed again, it is laid down to Wu. Wu sets and fires it to first. So runners are going to be at second and third with one out. Successful sacrifice by Jimenez. And George Springer is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 2 on the night with a base on balls and a strikeout. And here comes the manager. So looks like Wu is going to get pulled. And it looks like Bizzardo is coming into the game for the for the Mariners. Everybody wanted excitement. Well, you have it here. Can the Blue Jays tie this game up? Guess we're going to find out. And for those of you hopping in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And in the Seahawks-Texans game, Seattle leads the Texans 7-0 with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. So is this going to be a good night for Seattle sports? Or are they going to go down in flames in 2 games? And we're back to the broadcast. Pizzardo is on the pitch. And the first pitch is a fastball inside to Springer. Count is 1-0. Pizzardo sets, and the ball is hammered to left center field. This one is going, and gone. That is a 3-run homer by George Springer. Blue Jays now take a 4-3 lead in the bottom of the 7th. And the fans of Toronto are going nuts. I do not know what the stats are yet, but I will tell you as soon as I find out. So Springer has that stupid jacket on and is slapping players profusely. Okay. They're reporting an odd field delay, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. And they still have not given stats on the Springer home run. Pizzardo sets, and the first pitch to Lucas is pop foul into the left field stands. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. Zardo sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and fouled off. Count is 1-2. Zardo sets, pitch is on the way, and it is hammered into right field to Robles, so that is a base hit. Blue Jays are going to have a runner at first with 1 out. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. coming up to bat. And Vlad Jr. takes the first pitch and he lines it straight at Rosarita. Rosarita makes the play for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Alejandro Kirk. And the first pitch is out of the way. The slider is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1 on Kirk. And the pitch is on the way, and it paints the outside corner for call. Strike two. Count is 0-2 on Kirk. And Bizzardo sets and fires, and the sinker is off the plate and low. Count is 1-2. And Bizzardo sets. Pitch is on the way. The slider is off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. Bizzardo sets, fires, and the pitch paints the outside corner for call. Strike three. And that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the seventh, but not before they put a 3 spot on the board to take a 4-3 lead. Coming up to bat in the top of the eighth is going to be Randy Arozarena, Eugenio Suarez, and J.P. Crawford. And it looks like Chris Bassett is coming in to replace Kevin Gossman. And Seattle has scored another touchdown. They have a 13-0 lead on the Texans. There is a penalty on the play after the touchdown. The wide receiver was hanging on the goalpost and slammed the ball over it. And the kick is up and through the goal. So it is now 14-0. Seahawks over the Texans. And the first pitch to Rosarena is grounded to Jimenez, who fires to Guerrero Jr. for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Eugenio Suarez. Bassett sets and fires, and the first pitch is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Bassett sets and fires, and the pitch is a sweeper inside. Count is evened at 1-1. And Bassett sets and fires, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is going to be 2-1. And Bassett sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike two. Count is even at deuce. Bassett sets, fires, and the cutter is way up high. Count is now full, 3-2. Bassett sets, fires, and the ball is hammered foul down the third base line. Count is going to remain 3-2. Bassett sets, fires, and the pitch catches the inside corner for call. Strike three. That is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is J.P. Crawford, 1 for 2 on the night. And the first pitch is up and outside. Count is 1-0. Bassett sets, and the ball is grounded to Jimenez. Jimenez fires across the diamond to Guerrero Jr., and that is going to do it for the Bears at the top of the 8th inning. Coming to bat in the bottom of the 8th is going to be Dalton Varsho, Ernie Clement, and Addison Barger. And it looks like Munoz is coming in to pitch the bottom of the 8th inning. For those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing to one and the same. I will continue calling play-by-plays for the remainder of the postseason. My next play-by-play is going to be Friday for the first game of the World Series. And for those of you that are here, immediately following this stream over on NY Yankee Mania with Joe, he is going to hold a pre-World Series review. I recommend hopping over there and checking that stream out. And in the Texans versus the Seahawks game, Texans have the ball on their own 40-yard line. It is 2nd and 10. They trail the Seahawks 14-0. And the first pitch is hammered to right field for a leadoff single. Varsho is on first base with nobody out. Coming up to bat is Cody Clement. And for those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And Clement squares and bunts the ball foul. Count is 0-1. And he shows bunt again. And the ball is down low. He pulls the ball back. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a 99-mile-an-hour fastball right down the heart of Broadway. Count is 1-2 on Clement. Pitch is on the way, and it is grounded through the infield to right field. And Varsho is going to advance to third base. So the Blue Jays have runners at first and third with nobody out. Addison Barger coming up to bat. And Munoz sets and fires, and the first pitch is a sweeper down low. Count is 1-0. Barger is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. And Munoz sets and fires, and the 99-mile-an-hour fastball is right down the heart of Broadway. For call, strike one. Count is 1-1. Munoz sets and fires, and the pitch is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 2-1 on Barger. Pitch is on the way, and this is hammered at Naylor. Naylor takes it, the line drive, and steps on first base for the double play. And Isaiah Kinderfluff is coming up to bat. He is 1 for 3 on the night with a run score. And the first pitch is in there for strike one. Slider catches the outside portion of the plate. And Munoz sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 0-2 on IKF. IKF takes timeout. So for those of you that are in the stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. If you're not a member of the Yankees Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. I will be calling the remainder of the postseason games to hop in and listen to a little bit of baseball. And the pitch for Munoz is off the plate. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and fouled down the third base line. Count is 1-2. They've got Hoffman warming up in the bullpen for the Jays, so it looks like he's going to come into the game. And the pitch is on the way, and it is grounded to Rivas, who shoots it over to Naylor for the third out. And that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the eighth. Mariners escape unscathed. So we're heading to the top of the ninth. The score is 4-3 Blue Jays. Looks like Hoffman is coming in to try to close this game out. And we have Rivas, Robles, and Rodriguez coming up to bat. So one hitter gets on board, and the big dumper will have his opportunity to make Mariner history. For those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. The Mariners are 3 outs away from making their first World Series appearance in over 30 years. So can the Mariners tie this score up and hopefully try to force extra innings? And Hoffman sets. First pitch to Rivas is bunted down the third baseline, foul. Count is 0-1. And Hoffman sets, fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is 1-1. Hoffman sets and fires, and the pitch catches the inside corner for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2. And Hoffman sets. Pitch is on the way. It is down low. Count is evened at deuce. What color is your goose, Leo? Pitch is on the way and it bounces in the dirt. Count is now full. And the pitch is on the way, and Rivas swings through and misses for strike 3. And that is the first out of the inning. That is the first out in the top of the ninth. 2 outs to go. And it looks like Dominic Canzone will be coming in to pinch hit for Victor Robles. Hoffman sets, fires, and the first pitch is a splitter off the plate. Count is 1-0. Hoffman sets and fires, and this pitch is a towering fly ball, and this is going to make it into the stands. Count is 1-1. And Hoffman sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is way out high and high. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is all the way, and Canzone swings and misses. Count is even at deuce. And Hoffman sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to be the second out in the top of the ninth. Coming up to bat is Julio Rodriguez, 2 for 4 on the night with a double and a solo shot home run. Is Rodriguez the last hope for the Mariners tonight? Yeah, the first pitch is all the way, and it is a slider up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way, and that is up and in. Count is 2-0 on Rodriguez. Hoffman sets, fires, and the pitch is a slider swung on and missed for strike one. Count is 2-1. He definitely helped Hoffman out because that ball was low and out of the strike zone. Hoffman sets, fires, and the pitch is foul straight back. Count is deuce. One strike away from the Blue Jays heading to the World Series to meet the Dodgers. Hoffman sets, fires, and the pitch is down low in the dirt. Count is now going to be full. Hoffman sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three, and that is going to do it for the Mariners tonight. And that is going to end their season. The Blue Jays have won the pennant and are heading to LA. Actually, I think LA will be heading to Toronto for the first two games of the World Series to face off against the Blue Jays. The numbers for tonight are Blue Jays had 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors. The Mariners had 3 runs on 8 hits and no errors. Kevin Gossman is the winner and Bizzardo is the loser. Hoffman gets his second save of the postseason. I want to thank everyone for being here this evening. I appreciate your support in listening to a little bit of baseball on your busy Monday night. Congratulations to the Blue Jays on their ALCS win. I will continue calling the remainder of the postseason, so tune in for play-by-play starting on Friday for the World Series. For those of you who haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And I will end in my traditional head over to NY Yankee Mania with Joe for a pre-World Series review. Hey, Jonathan. And I'll end in my traditional fashion. Let's go Yankees. We'll see you in the funny papers and have a great night.